Alright, rudder settled. I don't have the dagger board in yet. So I'm going to do first here, I think, is raise. I'm going to get the tank set up. I'm going to get that. Pull up the, see if we can pull up the jib here. Maybe that'll get us sailing. I think we're going to be going downwind here pretty quick. Alright, what's the worst that could happen? So I need to get out the channel, put the dagger board in, raise the mainsail, hopefully start sailing. What are the chances of that happening? Alright, we're moving. Not sailing very well. Going downwind. Well, I hope the wind shifts by the time I'm ready to come back, or else we're going to be, I think we might be rowing back in. We've got the jib up right now. Wind's coming from just about behind me. Alright, what the heck? Let's go ahead and get this main again. Get out here a little ways and then try turning them right back directly into the wind. Or waiting for the wind to die down. A couple minutes here. And dolphins. Dolphins are out here to greet me. Hey buddies! What are you doing? Come back! Hi! Oh my goodness! There's 3 dolphins right next to me here. Crazy. You guys crazy or what? Alright, well heck. I actually think I'm sailing here. So I got the main sheet here. Let's go down, let's go towards the galley bridge here. Let's get back here because it's got me in the shade of the sail. It's kind of nice. Got about no wind. It's okay. Sail and get you shots of the dolphins. Coming out that way somewhere. Look at that. Hey, mister. How lucky is that? First sail and dolphins? Crazy. There he is. There's 2 of them over there. real good. Jib's caught on the mast there. it's been a couple days since I got back from the first sailing trip, and so that was a lot of fun. Learned quite a few things I'm going to have to change here or account for. So one of the things I had done last week was inquired to CLC boats about these grommets here on this edge of the sail here, and the grommets. So we got 1, 2, 3 grommets between those 2 points there, and I was thinking that maybe they needed to be parrels where they would go around the mast and hold the sail tighter to the mast. They said, yeah, you could use them for that, it'd probably work, but that they're really reefing points. And so what you do is make the sail smaller by attaching the grommet here to the boom and then tying down the other end of the sail. So yep, I need reefing points, and I'll probably, if I had reefing points set up, I probably would have started with having a reef in when I was out sailing, but nothing in the manual talked about this setup having this kind of setup having a reefing system. Now the other sail setup that you can get, yep, it showed there they had reefing systems and how to install it on the rail and everything. This one they didn't talk about it at all. But so the from CLC boats I got that, yeah, so that's how you do the reefing, is with those grommets. So I came out here today to see if I could figure this out, and I don't like it at all. I think it's pretty poor here. So the one big thing that's missing is that they need to have a grommet on the other edge of the sail here, the luff. There needs to be another grommet, because you can see I got it tied here at the sail end and at this end, and this is kind of what they said to do. I didn't tighten it down probably all the way, because I don't really want to mess up the sail too much more. But really, they should have put a corresponding grommet in this side here, so that you could run a line through it and pull it down. So that's probably what I'm going to have to do, and I'm probably going to have to take it somewhere to do it. Now, I've talked to this guy here, Douglas Fowler. He actually, I was asking him how to get the battens out, and he gave me a real good explanation on that. So I might ask him if he's got at least the positions for where that grommet would be and what kind of reinforcement would be needed, because I can't just go and put a grommet. I know that much. I can't just put a grommet into this edge here. It would have to be some kind of a reinforcement. But I would like to know what if he's got approximate locations for where those grommets would go. Then the other problem is looking at it. So right now I've got the downhaul pretty tight, and if you can look up there, you can see with the yard that it's not pulling it against the mast. So I think, and I had looked at some forums, and they talk about putting a parrel, so to up there farther on the yard, so that you could bring that yard, would force that yard closer to the mast, and would get rid of this wrinkle here in the sail. The only other thing I could think of would be to let the downhaul go and have it go all the way up. But then you've got a mast you've got your sail is still way up high in the air, and that's part of the reefing, is to get the lower center of gravity. So I'm not too sure about that. The parrel doesn't look quite right to me. I might have to drill another hole in the yard or something to get that set up right. So I'm not sure how that would work. So that's one thing. Let me get the sail back into normal configuration to show you what else we got going on. All right, so a couple things I thought of while I was out sailing the other day. First off, I'm going to put cleats. The cleats I took off the mast, I'm going to put them in the front here. I'm going to put one for the downhaul, and then two for the jib halyard and the main halyard over on that bulkhead there. And so that means if somebody's
actually sailing with me, then they can do the halyard and the downhaul and everything, and then they've got a place to tie it off right there. The other thing I'm not sure I've got a fix for is these jam cleats right here. I wish they were a little bit more forward, so I had, if I could, yank down on them a little bit more to make them more secure. But the problem is I don't have enough room across this bulkhead that goes down underneath the seat here. So I could put something like this for each one, but then that starts to get bulky, especially on that side over there. So I think right now I'm going to go ahead and I will put more cleats. I'll put another set of 3 cleats here on the back side of this bulkhead. So then at least I've got someplace to hook onto down here, and that should help. And it should also help clean up the rope mess here I've got. So then, and then finally here, or one of the other things is this main sheet. So out sailing, I found myself, for the most part, let me get down the other side here. For the most part, I was having to pull down on the main sheet here to tighten up the mainsail. Instead of controlling the side to side, I was controlling the up and down more than I thought I should. And there's quite a bit of difference in the tension in the sail that you get out of that. And it was pretty tiring too, having to hold down pretty tight on it like that. So one of the things I'm thinking might do is down here put a fair lead and right straight down, and that way I'm pulling up a little bit, and I think that will give me a bit more consistent feel, because when I was sailing and I was sitting in the back here, I was pulling one way or another. And also one time I pulled this hard enough, you can see that I just pulled the boom right off the mast because I was pulling backwards instead of straight down on it. So that'll be one of the other things I want to try to do here. First off, I need to put I want to put a parallel around the main boom in the mast here to keep it from coming off. And then I want to change the downhaul to make it almost a boom bang, I think. So I'm thinking right now that what I'm going to do is change this guy here out for a pulley, and that pulley it'll come down like this right here, but then it's going to come back up like this to the boom on the bottom. So that way I've got something probably just before that pulley here, just before this pulley here, that'll let me get a little bit more tension to pull down on it. So it's almost like a boom bang kind of effect is what I'm looking for. So that, along with the parallel on the this end of the boom here, should help out quite a bit on that. So that's what I got going on. That's what I'm looking at, thinking about doing. So I've got the cleats. So I got the cleats to do the front ones. I think I've got the cleats to do the back one. I've got a fair lead I could put there. And let's see, so what else did I need? What else was, oh yeah, so the having the oars back here, that's not going to work. The oars have got to go somewhere else, and they're probably going to end up going up here. But going up here, that means that when I'm done rowing, I've got to come up here to get the oars or put them away up here and have a way to fasten them down and then get back to the cockpit. So I'm not sure that's going to work. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do. I might be in the market for a small electric type of motor, just to get me in and out of launching the boat and recovering the boat. I could put a real small electric motor back here, and hopefully one of the ones with the integrated battery in it, so I could just plop it on here, get out, be able to get into the wind, and then raise the sails and pull it up kind of thing is really what I'm thinking. I'll take another shot at the oars. So I really didn't want to spend any more money on this, but we'll see about that. I don't want to get a trolling motor that has to have a battery, because then I've got a battery floating around in here somewhere, even though I could probably put it in a corner here and it would probably be out of way, you know, if I put it right here or something, but just added weight for something like that. And I don't really need a lot of duration. It's probably 15 minutes out and 15 minutes back at the worst case to use a motor. So I just need something that lasts a half hour to get me in and out. I'll take another look at that the oar situation, and we'll see what we do there. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed the sailing. Next video could be a while, because like I said, I want to see if I can get this sail into somebody that I'll get a reef in before I go out again. I think that's pretty important to have the ability to do a reef, and I'd like to be able to practice putting in and taking out a reef when I go out. We'll see what there should be enough sail makers and sail lofts around here that I can find somebody to do it, and then hopefully it wouldn't take too long. But anyways, yeah, so the next video might be 3 weeks, and probably be the next video will probably be my last one. I think we're getting close enough to finish this up. So for now, everyone, take care and be good.